In this video, we are going to learn what is check constraint in SQL Server and how to create one. Now let's go ahead and open SSMS and here is the definition. Check constraints limit the values that are accepted by one or more columns in SQL Server table. Now what does that mean? So if we have added a check constraint on a column or columns, it will check that constraint value. So if it evaluated true, it will let it insert, and if it is evaluated to the false, then it is not gonna let that record insert. So think about a scenario here. I'm going to create a table. So let me open a new query, paste, and let me remove the check constraint part for now and show you few things. Here I'm creating this table with the column first name, last name, and street address. And you see that the first name is VARCHAR 100. So go ahead and create this table. Table is created. Now I'm going to copy some of the records and insert. So let's copy these ones and insert into this table. You see that we are inserting Amir in the first name, Shehzad in the last name, and XYZ address. Then I'm inserting the second record, that's Amir 4. Do you think so Amir 4 or ABC C3 is the correct name for a person, or even hyphen T name is the correct name? So if you go ahead and insert it, what happened? So it is going to let it insert. Why? Because varchar is the data type for first name, and even for the second name and last street address we have the varchar, and varchar can accept any string that can include the numbers as well, but we don't want the numbers to be in the first name and last name. So in those cases we need to create some constraint or some logic that can stop if somebody try to insert these type of values. So let me show you here. Select asterisk from dbo.Customer. So if we query this, right now this table has the first name Amir, and then we have Amir 4, ABC 3C, and minus T, N, and null, and all those kind of things. We even didn't really put any other value. We were just playing with the first name, but the last name can also accept the numbers, hyphens, and any other characters. So if your data type is varchar, it is a string type, so it will accept whatever the strings you will pass. That includes a number as well. Now coming back to the real problem, we don't want any number in the first name or last name, so we need to create the check constraint. So I'm going to drop this table. Let's drop this table and go to this window, and here you see that I'm saying create a table dbo.Customer, first name varchar 100, last name varchar 100, street address varchar 255, and then I'm adding a check constraint. So I'm saying check and create a check constraint in what column? First name, FName, not like, and then I'm providing my criteria. So here this whole expression is saying do not accept any string that contain any other character beside A to Z. So it will only accept the characters or alphabets from A to Z. That's all it will accept. If you will provide a hash or provide number or anything, it is going to reject that. That's the check constraint we have created here. The same way we can copy this and create the check constraint for last name. So you can create the check constraint on all the columns, whatever you have, depending on your criteria, whatever you want. So in let's say in this case we are okay with only having check constraint on the first name. So let's create this table. Now insert the values. So very first insert is the Amir, Shehzad, and XYZ address. This will be just work fine because this does not contain any other number but any other character, but only the characters from A to Z. So it should go in just fine. So you see that the record is inserted successfully. So if I run this query, and you can see that the record is right here. Okay, now if I will insert Amir 4, that has a number, and our check constraint said do not accept anything but only the characters from A to Z. So if we will try to insert something like this, we should get error, and you see the error is right here. The insert statement conflicted with the check constraint CK customer FName, and this is the check constraint name, and the conflict occurred in a database TechBrothersIT table dbo.Customer column FName. So that's a very detailed error, and that tells us what exactly happened in these values. If I will go for this one, this will also create a problem because there is a tree that is not among A to Z, so it will create a problem as well. So you see we get the same error. Now I have minus t or hyphen t or any other character, let's say even not equal to, or maybe at the rate or something, whatever you want to have, as long as this is not among A to Z, we will get error. So because we are only interested to accept the characters from A to Z. So if I run this one, you see the same error. Now there is one special scenario. When check constraints are created, they has to be evaluated true or false. So in this case, let's say if when we were inserting the first record, the value was or the expression was evaluated to true, because this does exist from A to Z. All those characters, the range is from here A to Z. So this was evaluated as true. But when it was checking this one, this was evaluated as false because it does not exist from A to Z. So this is not alphabet a number. So according to our rule, this was evaluated as false because we want to accept only all the characters which are A to Z. So this was evaluated as false. But in case of null, that's unknown, it cannot be really evaluated to true or false. So it will be undefined. So if you try to insert a value, let's say a first name null, and then insert it into the table where you have check constraint on that column, it is going to let you insert that null value. See, the null value is there. So check constraint has to be evaluated to true or false. If it is false, it is not going to let it insert. If it is true, it will let it insert. And if you put null, that comes to undefined, and it overrides the check constraint and the value is inserted. So that's fine. We know the special case is there for null, but rest of the things will work as expected. So I hope you learned something out of this, and I'm gonna see you guys in next video. The script used in this video is available on TechBrothersIT.com. I will put the link in the description, so you can jump to the blog post and copy and paste and test these scenarios. Thanks, and I will see you guys in the next video.